but I'm missing Rowan and Aylin. I spent a minute contemplating my existence. How many outfits have I been in the last 24 hours in this video? And why did it grow on me? Here's the deal, y'all. We are gonna go into TJ Maxx right now, but it is, let me show you, 4:56, and we in 4 minutes are gonna start a 24-hour readathon. So it'll be 5 p.m. today, Saturday, to 5 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday. I do have my headphones to listen to my audiobook while I'm in TJ Maxx because I want to run some errands and do some things before I really like settle in and settle down for the night so that I elongate my ability to read. Let's do that. Let me show you what I'm going to start with though. On audio right now, I have Never Lie by Frida McFadden. That's what we're going to be listening to. I've heard great things. It's a 7-hour audiobook. I'm going to start this for background noise when I'm doing things. Hopefully we can finish this during the course of the readathon. Should only take me, what, 4.5 hours of listening to the audiobook to finish it, if I listen on 1.5 speed, right? That's the story. I'm gonna go into TJ Maxx. We're gonna shop around. I'm looking for some stuff for Rome. Hello. My goal was to update every hour on the hour-ish. It is 6:41. And I am updating now because I just got home from the stores. I went to TJ Maxx and Goodwill. That's where I was. I got some good finds, to be quite honest, especially at TJ Maxx. I had some good finds. All that being said, I was listening to Never Lie by Frida McFadden the entire time I was in the stores. I am 30% through the audiobook now. Like I said, it is almost 6:45. So we're going into 7 will be going into hour 3. I think that now that I'm home though, and I'm gonna sit down and do some reading, I think I've decided I'm gonna pick up A Funny Story by Emily Henry. I did take the dust jacket off and make this naked so I could read it. But I'm thinking I wanna pick up a physical book and like, my camera makes me mad when it does that. I wanted to pick up something romance adjacent and like light and physical. And this is the only option on my shelf for those things. So we're gonna try this. Hopefully it is something I can read pretty continuously for like a long time. Otherwise we will default to my Kindle or my iPad. We'll see what happens. But right now I want to jump into this. Another couple things on my list now that we're sitting down. So Funny Stories on my list. My Kindle is right here. I did start You Killed Me First by John Mars on my Kindle last night. That's another thriller. I don't want to do dual thrillers really, so I'm gonna commit to the audiobook, and when I finish the audiobook, maybe I'll read this one. I also on my Kindle have Quicksilver to read, which I am partially through, so I do want to get into that as well. I have not dedicated a significant amount of time to that book, and I feel like it deserves more time and effort than I've given it. So that's on here as well. Also, Wuthering Heights is a book I'm reading with my boyfriend right now. And by that I mean I haven't started it, but he has. So I do want to get a little bit into Wuthering Heights as well if I could. I definitely don't want to finish that in this video, nor do I want to finish it in one sitting. But what I do want is to start it and like make a little progress so I can say that I started it. To like prove to him that I'm actually gonna read it, you know? All that being said, that's where we're at right now. I will update you at 8 p.m. Okay, welcome to my 8 p.m. update. I'm still reading Funny Story. I took a little snack break, but I'm about to get back to it. I am on page 74. Honestly, really liking it so far. Kind of shockingly, because I know a lot of people don't like this as an Emily Henry book. I am reading it as someone who doesn't like Emily Henry's earlier stuff as much, so I'm more into this because I have no Emily Henry related expectations. So what I'm gonna do is continue reading this, and then I suppose I'll see you in another hour. I am tired and I wanna like curl up and put my head down, but I'm locking in. I'm locking in and I'm going to continue reading, and then maybe after the hour of 9 I will do something physical while I listen to the audiobook that gets me up and moving so that I don't get too tired. Like cleaning up maybe. See you in another hour. reached into hour 4 or 5. I need to figure out how that works. It is 9 p.m., 9:01 to be exact. I spent a minute contemplating my existence before I turned the camera on. I am still tired. I am happy to report I have been reading Funny Story and actually adoring it. Like full-blown loving it. I am now on page 172, which I feel like is pretty good. But I just like need to say I love Miles with my whole heart. And also, I think that my issue, and I mean this so politely, is that people who don't like Emily Henry's newer stuff liked her older stuff. And I did not like her older stuff, but I like her newer stuff. And I don't know if that's a matter of expectations or just the fact that they differ enough. I feel like I enjoy Funny Story in a way that I know some people didn't. Maybe I'm just thinking that Destiny Sidwell didn't enjoy it. Because I think Sarah Caroli loved it. But like, as we know, Destiny Sidwell is kind of my god. Like that, I worship that woman. But anyways, I'm debating what to do for the next hour of my time here. Part of me wants to sit down and continue reading, but another part of me feels like I need to get up and like move my body a little bit for a change of pace in order to not get too sleepy. It might be time to crack an Alani though, to be quite honest with the world. Welcome to my kitchen. I did put my bathrobe on, my fun bathrobe, because it's freezing. And it's not even that cold outside, it's just that like people in Kentucky don't know how to build things that retain heat. What I have, cotton candy Alani. Probably gonna have half of it right now. We'll see. However much fits in this cup is how much I'm gonna have. That bangs. That goes really hard. I did leave a whole mess in the kitchen and I left out myself a snack, but I feel like an Alani and my favorite snack of all time, hot Cheetos and cream cheese. First of all, those aren't gonna mix well. And second of all, I think that like I might die of heartburn after that if I just like did that, you know, like my reflux, that is not even routinely an issue for me, would be so intense if I did that. So we maybe aren't gonna do that, but I am gonna drink this. I might do a half an hour or so of tidying, standing up. That's what feels good right now, actually. Like, having gotten up, I'm like, ooh, that feels nice. I think I'm gonna pop my audiobook in and tidy up the kitchen, start my laundry, maybe fold some laundry, maybe start my Sunday reset while we're awake. I can start the cleaning part of it, because I'm sure I'm gonna be exhausted tomorrow. So truly, like, let's get into the Sunday reset on the Saturday night. I don't see a reason why not. As you may or may not be able to see, I did take a shower. I don't know why my hair is parted like this, but it is. I need to go part it. I missed my 11 p.m. update, but not really, because it's only 11:04. I decided to take a shower. I spent the last hour listening to my audiobook and playing games on my phone mainly, and cleaning a little bit. I have decided though that I am finishing Funny Story before I turn the lights off and before I switch to Kindle. That's the goal. Or at the very least, leaving 100 pages left to finish it tomorrow easily. But it's not gonna be an easy feat, but we're gonna continue working on it. I was having a good time before I took my break. I probably shouldn't have taken my break because I was still feeling like reading it at that point. Okay, this camera's gonna drive me crazy. It's not that I'm not feeling like reading it right now, it's just that I'm tired. And it feels like a really large and insurmountable goal to read the whole book before I go to bed. Let's put on the ambiance in the background on the TV, drink some water, and get to it. I just realized I'm so starving that I'm gonna literally crash out. So I ordered Taco Bell. I have had caffeine and I'm so starving that I feel nauseous. And then I decided I was hungry, and then I wanted McDonald's, and McDonald's doesn't open anymore because it's midnight now, and my McDonald's closes at midnight, and I didn't want to drive across the city. Tell me why this happened to me last weekend too, where it was literally past midnight and I wanted McDonald's. Anyway, I'm on my way to get my Taco Bell. I don't know what's going on in my head, but imagine this. I order my Taco Bell, I'm getting a meal. Comes with a drink. I'm like, okay, well, a person has to get a Baja Blast. However, I'm not going to drink my Baja Blast tonight because I've had too much caffeine already. I'm hungry and I don't feel good. I get to the window, she's all, we got your medium Baja Blast. She said, but we also accidentally made a large. Do you want that too? So now I have a gallon of Baja Blast. And I wasn't even gonna drink any tonight. Literally, huh? Hello. This is my official check-in for 1:38 a.m. I spent the last hour not reading, probably. I ate my Taco Bell. I am now in my bed. This does not bode well for the longevity of our evening, but I needed a change of scenery and I couldn't do the couch anymore. I needed to be in bed. I didn't finish Funny Story, though I am pretty far through, to be quite honest. I ended up on page 262, which is not too bad for today. The goal is to finish it in the readathon though. I'm gonna pick up something on my Kindle while I lay here so I can contort my body into weird positions and perhaps read in the dark. That's your update for the hour of 1 a.m. Good morning. This is my 8 a.m. update. Let's see what hour we're entering or we are in now. This is hour 16 of our 24-hour readathon. I did sleep from like 1 or 2 to like 6:30. But I did spend the last hour reading, or hour or so reading, math, I don't know. I have been reading Quicksilver on my Kindle just now. I'm like 40-something% of the way through. It's going really slowly, but also I'm enjoying it. I'm not sure I like the story so much as I think his name is not Quicksilver. So much as I think Kingfisher is like really funny and a character that I want to get to know. I'm not sure that I think the plot is something I care about, and I don't really understand where it's going, and I feel like it's not moving any sort of direction. It's following a weird pattern or sort of like template, or no template at all, perhaps. We're 40% in and we've been in the beginning stages of what appears to be the goal for 40% of the book. It's very weird. Anyway, my plans in life, I do want to go to the gym and get some steps in. So I think what I'm gonna do is get up, get ready, read for another hour or so probably. I have a caffeine, read for another hour or so, eat some food, and then the gym, or head to the gym maybe at like 10. We will see, we will see. That's the mission I'm on. I'm still on a mission to finish Funny Story today. I'm loving this book so much. That is my #1 priority when I am sitting at home and able to read a physical book. The goal today is to finish Quicksilver, Funny Story, and the audiobook of Never Lie. With all that being said, we have a lot to do before 5 p.m. when the readathon ends. So what I'm gonna do is get going. Hello. Welcome to my almost 10 a.m. update. That means we are, let me check my note I made this morning. We're going into hour 18 of the readathon. Oh, that's not a lot of time left. I am reading Quicksilver. However, I want to update my progress on Storygraph, and it occurred to me that this is a long book. Long. I'm only 54% of the way through. Granted, I have not been pushing that hard on it, but like, dang, it is not going quickly. And that makes me wonder if it was a mistake to even pick it up for this readathon, but now I feel like I'm in it and I'm reading it and I want to be reading it and I'm determined to finish it, but like I don't know if that's possible because I have 4 hours left of the book. Granted, I have more than 4 hours left in my readathon. I have like 7 hours left in my readathon. So, I mean, it says it'll take me 4 hours and 18 minutes left of the book. I don't know, I might just continue with it because that's what I'm wanting to read right now, unfortunately. Though I do still have the goal of finishing Funny Story today. I just was reading Quicksilver on my Kindle because I was anticipating that I would leave for the gym here in a little bit and walk on the treadmill and read, which I do still think I'm gonna do, actually, like, shortly. I think perhaps I will bundle myself up and head to the gym for the next, like, hour or so. I'm gonna read and walk, and if that's all I do, that's all I do. That's fine. So let's bounce. Let's go to the gym. Mind you, I'm drinking my Baja Blast from last night. One of two. We are in hour 19 of our journey. Read Quicksilver about 10% while I was at the gym. So I'm feeling good about that. I'm literally just gonna eat and continue to read Quicksilver in my comfy little robe. Oh, I love this robe so much. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. If you couldn't tell, I'm literally wearing it constantly. The spread is pretty diabolical, actually. My bag of hot Cheetos, my cream cheese to go with it, and a leftover Taco Bell burrito that I reheated. I kind of feel like a teenage boy who plays video games all the time, but that's okay. That might be my truest form. Let's talk a little bit about Quicksilver really quick. I am loving this book. The only thing that it's missing for me, I think, is not something I should expect it to have, but like, I'm a little tired of Kingfisher talking to her like he is better than her and knows more than her. I really want to see them on an equal playing field as like a power duo. I think that's what I'm missing in my fantasies right now. But I'm missing Rowan and Aelin. I'm missing the third book of ACOTAR, you know what I mean? I'm missing like power couple behavior. So, but like, of course this is, I'm 68% of the way through book 1. So, also, how many books are there gonna be in this series? I don't know, but I am loving it. Okay, that is my 12 p.m. alarm. We are entering hour 20 of the 24-hour readathon. I didn't take my allergy pills last night, so I'm like on my deathbed, high key, but oh, it means I have 4 hours left to finish 3 books. I'm gonna work on Quicksilver though, because I'm really into it right now. We're gonna do that, but I also do want to finish Funny Story. There's a big chunk of that left too. 4 hours is not enough time. I mean, technically it's 5 hours, because this is hour 20 where it just started. We'll see, we'll see. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. And also, like, kind of wish I was using my time to do something else. Like, I really want to be successful in this, but I feel like I'm losing time to this as well, to do other things that I really, really value. So what I might do is continue this into the evening, so I have a better chance of finishing all the books I want to finish, but also take like a little afternoon break so I can talk to my boyfriend, have our little date, as we normally do, all that stuff. So I don't feel like I'm losing out on precious time that I value to do other things. How many outfits have I been in the last 24 hours in this video? Probably a lot. Oh my God, wait, I actually have to tell you something. I was at the gym on the treadmill reading. I quite literally took a photo of the Kindle screen because I just about cackled. Do you guys know the Basement Yard clip where Joe is like, the old ball and chain, and then Frank is like, don't call my wife that, never call my wife that, she's the wind beneath my wings, she lifts me up. And like that whole thing, you know what I'm talking about? There was a very that moment, like it was meant to be like, I think sweet, but it just was like, it read exactly like that clip to me, where someone said, is it Cyrus? Someone called Cyrus Sunshine, and then Kingfisher goes, don't call her that. And he's like, why not? And then Kingfisher's like, because she's moonlight, the mist that shrouds the mountains, the bite of electricity in the air before a storm, the smoke that rolls across the battlefield before the killing starts. You have no idea what she is, what she could be. You should call her Majesty. I just screamed like that clip to me. And I just like, just about lost my mind on the treadmill when I read that. I'm gonna go back to reading. See you in another hour. Welcome back. It has actually been a little bit of time. It is the next day after I was meant to finish the readathon, and I did finish the readathon. However, I did not finish all 3 books that I wanted to finish before I ended the readathon, if that makes sense. I never did finish Funny Story, so what I'm gonna do today is continue reading this and finish this hopefully before we finish this video. I just wanna knock out all 3 books within this video. However, I did actually finish the other 2 books that I was reading, which was the audiobook of Never Lie by Frida McFadden and Quicksilver. I think it's by Callie Hart, is that her name? We can talk about Never Lie first because I have less to say. I was unimpressed, wholly unimpressed by that whole book. And I kind of regret listening to it. I kind of think that was a waste of my time. That is a solid, like there was nothing wrong with it, but there was nothing amazing about it. And I feel like I read so many thrillers that it did not stick out on any level. I'm just thinking like 1 or 2. I don't want to be mean, but like it is a 1-star read for me. It just was nothing fantastic. It did not shock me. If that didn't shock me, let's talk about what did shock me. Quicksilver. That book, I understand why it's getting all the hype it's getting, because oh my goodness, I liked it so much. It was so fun. The end was crazy, but I am excited to see where it goes now. I would say that's a 4-star book. I became very invested in the romance. I became very invested in the plot. With the ending being what it was, I'm not sure how things are gonna move forward in the next book. I'm just hoping the quality that I'm expecting remains, or the quality of the book remains to meet my expectations as the series continues. I am curious how many of them they're gonna be, because that also makes a difference to me, truthfully. How many Quicksilver books will there be? 3. Oh, so it's a trilogy. Oh my god, the final book is gonna come out this year. I'm going to continue the series. I'm gonna read Brimstone. It's close on my list of things to read, honestly. I'm gonna add it to my TBR, though, on Storygraph, so I don't forget about it. I'm actually very excited to pick that one up, but I have a couple other things I need to get through first. That's neither here nor there. Oh, also, let me just say, okay, I didn't want to read Quicksilver for so long because Kingfisher's name. And why did it grow on me? Why did it grow on me? Why do I like it? Why is he my favorite? Why do I love him? That's neither here nor there, though. What I was really getting on here to tell you just is that my goal is in the rest of my day to finish Funny Story.